So this is a technology. So first of all, I'm with Systech. I'm a product manager there. I am responsible for the development of IoT solutions. And what we did in the Battle of the Platforms a few days ago was to create IoT solutions in minutes. Typically, this is a solution that requires months to develop, and we're able to do it in minutes. So this presentation will show you exactly how we're able to do that. So a typical M2M application requires the development of hardware, software. You need to implement devices. You need to have a cloud solution, communication to the cloud, an application. A lot of components go into an IoT solution. These kind of solutions require months and months to develop. You have hardware development, you have certification for hardware. If you have cellular, there's cost relative to those kinds of things. For software development, you have a software development time, testing, validation. All these things can take quite a bit of time to get up to speed. And in the market of IoT, time is money. Getting to market fast is a way to get to revenue as quickly as possible. Often, you just need to get a proof of concept out there quickly. You don't necessarily need a production unit in an extremely short amount of time, but getting the concept out there. You get a requirement in, you need to translate that into a real-world working IoT application. So we're able to do that with the Systech hardware and software. I'm going to show you how to do that. So before IoT became a very popular term, we're really focusing on M2M, and M2M typically stands for machine to machine. But at Systech, M2M is actually months to minutes. We're able to reduce the development time, not just to a few days, but actually down to a few minutes, months to minutes. Okay, so if you go to our booth, which is around the corner over there, we actually have 4 demos which you can help create, right? It's not a question of whether you have a software engineer, a hardware engineer, getting these applications up and running. But if you go to our booth anytime today or tomorrow, you can actually, you yourself, create these applications from scratch. And we have a few applications to show you. One is a freezer restaurant, freezer failure prevention, which is actually what we did at the Battle of the Platforms. At the Battle, we actually gave the audience the ability to vote for which demo to do right at that presentation. And the audience actually voted for this one. So this is a pretty popular demo. You can actually create this demo yourself in our booth. Another application we have up and running, or available for you to get up and running, is a security boundary detection, where we have an Access camera, and Access is actually a partner here. We have the boundary detection capability that's triggering a signal to the gateway, our Systech gateway, to be able to do an event. In this case, for security a boundary detection, we set off a strobe light or a siren. And you, again, are able to create this kind of an application. And we even have a button you can arm and disarm as separate triggers within the gateway. So all this is stuff that you can create yourself. And energy optimization, again, a working full-on application from scratch, able to detect a condition where in a store, it's air conditioning running most of the time, but maybe the employees decide it's a beautiful day, they want to leave the front door open. Well, you want to turn off the HVAC system. But of course, they don't remember to do that. They don't know how to do that. So we have a working application that you can create that actually will monitor the door. If the door is open and closing, nothing special happens. But if the door stays open for a certain amount of time, it will automatically turn off the HVAC system. And later in the day, when they close the door, it will automatically re-enable that. And again, this is something that the Systech gateway can do, communicating to the HVAC system, communicating to the door contact switch on the door, creating the script to be able to do that is something actually you can create right there within our booth. So Systech, we've been around for quite a while doing interconnectivity solutions for many, many years. Our legacy solutions are in a lot of ATM applications and vending machines and retail point-of-sale type applications. So we've been doing this for many, many years. Now we're focusing a lot on the machine-to-machine and IoT applications with our new Systech hardware family of modular gateways. And what does modular mean? Modular means there's a gateway that you can configure to your exact application in just minutes. Typically a gateway has specific inputs and outputs, which is fine. But for IoT, there's so many different applications. I just mentioned 4 of them just now, but there are hundreds of them. You don't know exactly necessarily which interfaces you might need for a particular application. So imagine being able to choose a gateway and insert any of these option cards or any combination of option cards based on the interfaces that you need to talk to. So it could be Zigbee or Z-Wave or Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, or cellular. These are all just plug-in option cards that can be configured into these gateways. And you can have one option card, you can have multiple option cards, you can mix and match them exactly as you need. So essentially, from a hardware perspective, this gateway is available off the shelf. You can. There's no development time required. It's already pre-certified on all the major carriers like Verizon, Sprint, AT&T, T-Mobile, PTC-BRB certification for Europe. So all that's up and running, ready for you to go. You just configure it with the hardware cards, and that takes no time at all. Then on the software side, that's the other half of the equation. So the hardware we've had available for several years, very successful. The software we're introducing here at this event. So it's just now available. This is what allows a normal user, not a software engineer, not somebody with a technical background even, anybody can create the software that executes valuable functionality within the gateway. Anybody can do this. It's sort of a drag and drop type interface. It's like Lego bricks. You can put these pieces together from a software perspective and get the software up and running in just a few moments. And in fact, that's what we have in our booth. On any of those 4 demonstrations that I mentioned, you too can create that right there within just a few moments on our touchscreen display there. So to give you sort of a feeling for what that might look like, let me check my time here. Looks like I got, about 5 minutes here, Carl? Okay, good. So let me go to the video just so you can see what that looks like, get a feel for what that scripting is. Go to my folder here. Let's do the building automation one because that's what we used in the battle. Let's see the screen. So here's an example of a gateway. It's already been logged in, but you select on the devices. You can manage devices. So in this application, we're creating a virtual device, which is essentially a timer. A timer is not a real device. It's a virtual device within the gateway. So in this particular demo, we create a new device as a timer so that we can time how long the freezer door is open. Because in this application, if the freezer is open too long because they're restocking their freezer or maybe somebody just left it open for whatever reason, you want to be able to alarm or alert for that situation so you don't have food spoilage. So that virtual timer is created. And then, again, you're walking into this application cold, so you need to be able to add the devices. So in this case, in this demo, we're adding one of the devices, and you can see the process for adding a Z-Wave device here. In this case, this device is a door contact sensor. It's a wireless door contact sensor, so you just name it whatever you want so that you can identify it for the script that you're creating, and that's it. So that device has been added. So the door contact sensor is done. So that just took a moment. And then in this demo, we're adding a second device, which is going to be the alerting device, the strobe light or the siren. So again, you just add it. You click on it to change its name. In this case, it's an alerting device. And so in this demo, we named it Door Alarm. So how long did that take? Just less than a couple of minutes, and all the hardware has been added to the gateway. So that part of the
right around 2.
So 1 minute go?
You keep going.
Perfect. So then to create the script, so that was the hardware side. And then on the software side, you create a script. So the script, one of the scripts you're creating is when the door is open, you want to start that timer. You want to start that timer to determine if the door is open too long. So in this case, we create a trigger. We select one of the devices we've added, and only the devices you added are presented to you. In this case, we chose the freezer door, the contact switch. What is it? The contact switch is, it knows the door's contact switches can only be open or closed. You can't make a syntax error with the software. So after that trigger's been detected, what do we want to do? We want to start that timer. So we select the freezer door timer, select the timer period. This demo, we set it for 10 seconds. Normally it would be for a period of minutes. And then and that's it. So there's actually 2 other scripts that would normally be created, and you can see that in the booth. I don't have time to show you all that, but at least you get a feeling for how easy it is to create this software. And that's pretty cool. So, I guess given the time constraints, I think I'll just sort of pause here. I have more slides, but that's okay. I'll just open it up for questions. Do you have any questions about the solution?
Manufacturers with showrooms like in Best Buy and Walmart.
Right, and that's actually the key thing. Anybody, a salesperson without any technical training, can easily create these scripts from scratch. So a customer may walk up to a sales guy and say, hey, do you have a solution that might be able to do this? If the temperature rises above this amount, turn off this valve or something like that. And the guy will be able to do that, especially if it's a touch screen right there on the show floor, be able to create that in just a moment in front of that customer's eyes. So absolutely, it would help enable that solution. Any other questions about this amazingly quick technology? All right.
I know it comes as a surprise that I have one, but I'm first of all, I'm in love with the fact that it's JavaScript. So, just out of curiosity, I was in a session yesterday where everyone was saying, "Oh, the carrier's my channel, the carrier's my channel," and I have a rough time buying that the carrier is the channel. Just out of curiosity for you guys, are you getting integrators? Are you getting web developers? Tell me who's using you.
Right. For Systech, we sell entirely to system integrators, VARs, and OEMs. We rarely sell directly to end users. So we deal exclusively with the vertical channels. So for building automation, we're dealing with facility sales channels. For financial applications, we're dealing with channels that sell directly to ATM companies that deal with the ATM machine. So entirely vertical related with channels. Yep.
And are you going to, in your own marketing, push the biggest showrooms to have the tools for and give you give the marketing content to them so that they can do that, turn that over.
Right. So that makes a lot of sense, but we're dealing with the channel, so we're going to rely on that channel to create that specific opportunity, but we'll educate the channel to be able to do exactly that. What's that?
I would love to help you with that.
Okay. Excellent.
Excellent. So give Robert a round of applause. Thank you very much, Robert.
Thank you. Oh, and if you need if you like this T-shirt, maybe you don't.
Yes.
That's okay. But if you do like it, we're giving away for free with one condition: you simply have to wear it.
Right.
If you wear the shirt, you can wear it right out of the booth. So we have all sizes available.
So we've seen Breaking Bad use this, but now you can break for the good
Breaking
with
good.
IoT
IoT
and Systech. Great job.
All right. Thank you.